So the second and possibly even the most exciting part of the FEP library that I'm definitely the proudest of are these lesson and resource guides. Every single book has an accompanying lesson and resource guide. When you get the library, it opens up as a PDF document. When you click on the book, you are open to this linked lesson and resource guide. Everything is live linked. Everything is direct links. We include your sources here. Okay, you should never be getting a non-reviewed. Everything should be reviewed, equitable, and from a reliable resource that will not get anyone in any trouble. So basically, I scoured the internet for the best existing lessons on these books. I collected them into one place. I also looked for cross-curricular opportunities, ELA, math, even just enrichment opportunities for social emotional learning and community building. I put them all on one page. So this one that you see here is Uncle Jed's Barbershop. And I'm actually dropping the link, we'll see if it works again, into the chat that you can actually see this lesson and resource guide. This image only shows 2 resources. There's a whole second page that has another, I think, at least 4 or 5 on there as well. So with each book, you have a handful of resources, not just 2. You'll see here we align to the SEL and financial education standards. So for each book, you see our link there. This Uncle Jed's Barbershop is actually a reading rainbow, is one of the online read aloud we have linked. So nostalgic and fantastic for me. If you're singing the theme song in your head right now, you're my people. And so we have those links. We also talk about which of these financial education standards are we going to hit, and which social emotional standards are talked about within the context of this book. So this is Uncle Jed's Barbershop. I don't know if anyone's heard of this book. Please shout it out in the chat. I would love to know if anyone's familiar with it. I'm obsessed with this book. Uncle Jed is, it's written from the perspective of Sarah Jean. Uncle Jed is obviously her favorite relative. He has a dream as a Black barber. He has a dream of opening his own barbershop, which living in the segregated South is a dream that requires a lot of perseverance. The family are sharecroppers. He works bartering to haircuts. So you introduce a barter and trade system as well with this book. He loses his money in the Great Depression, right? So why we talk about, you're going to see insurance and risk management on here. Why do we have insurance? Because sometimes banks fail. I mean, that's an easy way to start introducing the concepts of insurance. He perseveres through a number of challenges. There are many situations where he has to consider the opportunity cost of considering saving or using his money for something else. And that reflects his values, like his importance of his family. And so looking at the responsibility associated with those personal finance decisions. And of course, because he's persevering through so many of these personal challenges, he's aware of what's important to him and where his values are. We're looking at self-awareness. We're looking at self-management and that ability to make responsible decisions and see himself as capable to realize his dream. So just within one book, you're covering all of these different topics that are both social, emotional, and financial education. You've also got history. You've also got ELA. So it's a very cross-curricular approach to getting this integrated into your classroom. If you clicked on the bottom, those resources we were talking about, this is what would have popped up. So you'll get your source. I include discussion guides in every single lesson and resource guide. There should always be a discussion guide so that at the very least, you just want to have a chat with your students. Here are some questions that you can use. Taking some of that mental load off of the teachers. We know your mental load is heavy. So here are some questions that are, personal finance themed that you can talk to your kids about. The middle one is from Learning to Give. They have fantastic social emotional based lessons. This is a before, during, and after reading guide. And then looking at the ways that, this is actually funny, this lesson is a Four Corners activity. Kids listen to different scenarios and identify if the people in the scenario are saving, spending, earning, or borrowing. So reinforcing all of those concepts are in Uncle Jed's barbershop. He saves, he spends, he earns, and he borrows. So all of these reinforcing those foundational skills as well. Okay. If you're still connected to Menti, and if you have a chance, we would love to know, again, if you're not comfortable or if you would rather, please just pop it in the chat. We've gone through a bunch of different resources here. Which ones, if any, do you see yourself being able to use in your own personal classroom? Awesome. Yay.
Ooh,
That's exciting.
it
I
is.
love it. I love that the brain break ideas are resonating with people. That makes me really happy. Okay. I do think that we have the time. What we had hoped was to set aside a little bit of time at the end here to give you a chance to really just sort of explore the FEP library and click through it and take a look at it. We had a selection of books here for you, but I don't know that these links are necessarily going to work. So what I'm going to do is put, excuse me, I'm sorry, I'm clicking through here. I'm going to put in a different link in the chat that will hopefully let you see the entire library. So just give me one moment as I adjust here. Okay, and I would love for Milady or Lance can help me once this is in and make sure that it's working.
Sure thing.
Okay, let's see if this works the way we want it to.
Just so everyone knows, we had a little bet going with this last one. Which resource do you see yourself utilizing in your classroom? I totally lost. I thought it was going to be the library. Love brain breaks though, so that makes sense.
All right, and if anyone is able to get that link, I think it is working for me, but I would love to know if it's working for anybody else.
Didn't for me because it's a Google Doc. Somehow mine wants to open in Google, but that might just be my machine.
Oh, shoot. Okay. Well, I apologize. That's disappointing. I'm going to scramble here again one more time. I'm so sorry, everybody. We're having some technical issues. This worked earlier. So let's see what we can find here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try this one more time. And again, thank you so much for your patience. Loading. Okay. Now you should have a web PDF in the chat. Let's see if that functions for everybody. Any luck with this one? Is that celebration hands, Deborah?
Yes, success.
Oh, good.
Woo!
Success. Oh, I see it now. Yes. Awesome. Fantastic. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone, for your patience. I appreciate you. So yes, so now you should have a link in here. We're going to give everyone a couple minutes to just kind of explore the library, look at the different titles, click around in the lesson and resource guides. And then I'm going to come back together in a couple minutes just for our closing, a few closing remarks, looking again at the resources and clock hours if you have any questions on that, and then some feedback for us so we can continue to develop hopefully useful and engaging professional development webinars. So please enjoy, take some time, search through, and like I said, enjoy.